Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It is 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. So let's get right into Justin Amash. I when I come across a new idea, a new situation, my first instinct, I consider myself open-minded, and I want to give this some thought. And more than that, I wanted to see what you guys thought. I know when I read your comments, I am honored that that a lot of you watch my channel. You're very, your comments are very intelligent, and well thought out. I'm honored that you guys watch me seriously. But anyway, enough ass kissing. Uh, Justin Amash. Yeah, I agree with most of you guys. Okay, initially, I'm looking for other answers. You know what? I'm hoping against hope that there's going to be another. To be honest with you guys, I'm hoping somehow there's going to be another Bernie Sanders. I was really starting to like the guy. I really like the idea of having some new ideas, some fresh ideas. This system is broke. I really started to feel I'm not a big, I wasn't a big Bernie supporter at first, but right at the end, I would have voted for the guy. Okay, so I'm looking for an alternative. I really am. I know as of this time, it's going to be between Biden and Trump. I wanted to put it out there, and more than that, I wanted to see what you guys thought. I'll be straightforward with you guys. I understand the Libertarian Party. I remember going all the way back to when I was in my 20s. I was approached by somebody supporting the Libertarian candidate back then, years and years ago. And I was a drug user, and I smoked pot. And I liked the idea that these people were free with bringing, do what you want kind of mentality. So I looked into the Libertarian Party back then for the wrong reasons, albeit I'm a much older, much wiser person these days. But well, I hope wiser. But I wanted to see what you guys thought. Okay, now this morning I've been doing some more looking into investigating. I'm still trying to get a feel. I'm just curious where this guy stands. From what I read initially, he is very anti-Trump. He's got a lot of Republican, he was Republican. I agree with him that I don't hate Republicans. I agree with the Democrats more, but I don't hate Republicans. Donald Trump, I despise. I think he's destroyed the Republican Party. Not that I'm a Republican, but the Republican Party is just an embarrassment and a disgrace right now. Just kissing ass. They're just kissing ass for votes. It's what he's done, and I agree. I agree with Amash on that. Okay, so I wanted to look up what he was about. I'm curious. I want to see if he's a threat, if he's not a threat, if he's got good ideas. You know what? Now that I think about it, you guys, I know this is going to sound stupid, but he reminded me of Beto a little bit. Beto O'Rourke, right? For some reason. They're probably complete opposites, but for some reason he reminded me a little bit of Beto O'Rourke. O'Rourke, is that it? I'm sorry, it's early. But anyway, I wanted to see what he's about. I'm going to put a couple links at the bottom of this page, or at the bottom of this video. There's a couple things I looked at. I've been up since 2 this morning. I think it's a clip from Now This, with that younger looking guy in the suit, and he's talking about Justin Amash. It's funny. You'll see if you watch this video. I'll put the link below. He's got the exact same, almost word for word, feelings and comments as one of my viewers. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. You'll recognize yourself if you watch this video. He's basically saying that we don't know where he stands. He's kind of like, we don't know where Amash stands. We don't know how it's going to affect the election, basically, and that it's up to you. If you want to take the chance, take the chance. And there's one of my commenters that it's almost word for word from this now this video. Anyway, there's another one, another place I went to, another page called VoteSmart. Not familiar with this. They had this thing called the courage test, and they have like a list of 20 questions for candidates. And Amash did not answer all of them. I don't know why. I thought I would see. I'm not familiar with this VoteSmart, and I didn't know if it was left leaning or right leaning. So I read the questions. I thought that would give it away, but it really didn't. I'm gonna guess it's probably more right-wing leaning, but there were good questions. There were good questions for a candidate, and some I agreed with, some I didn't. The bottom line, Trump voters are going to be Trump voters. There's a very few. I've talked to some Trump supporters recently, and in general, they're disgusted with the recent comments. I actually see a dent in their facade for once with these bleach comments. Like, they're almost up to here. We're almost up to here with his inane babbling nonsense. But I still don't think they're all the way. I think when November, it depends. You know what? A lot of it depends on the next 6 months. If he continues with this stuff that's just embarrassing, dangerous nonsense, like the bleach stuff, it could push a lot of Trump supporters over the edge. You know what? And I don't want to get off subject here, but if you see any of the recent articles about Trump getting into a tiff with his manager, his campaign manager, and I read into that, and he's having a big time hissy fit breakdown about initially he gained support about a month ago, but now he's losing support with this bleach comment. It hurt him, and he knows it hurt him, and he knows he said stupid stuff. Is that going to stop him from saying more stupid stuff? Absolutely not. Knowing Donald Trump, it's just he's going to double up on the stupidity. That's been his MO. All right, and then another thing I did, I wanted to see because the algorithms here on YouTube, I don't get a lot of right-wing channels that are low-level, smaller channels like mine that are right-wing. And I wanted to explore that. I wanted to see what they were saying, what they were talking about. So if you want to check out these channels, all you got to do is type in the word Patriot in search, because they're all named Patriot something. They all consider themselves big patriots. And it was a lost cause. These people are still talking about Pizzagate. They're still talking about Obama's father, Malik Obama, voting, just stuff from 4 years ago. I'm talking about channels here on YouTube that are the right-wing equivalent of my channel and others similar to mine. I was curious what they were talking about. I was curious if they were talking about Amash, and that's initially why I went to check them out. And wow, what a bunch of nonsense. I didn't even leave any comments. It's from what I saw, the right-wing equivalent of my channel. It's a lot of conspiracy theory, a lot of angry stuff. It's still the same old lock her up, Pizzagate mentality. No good arguments, no good conversations about Donald Trump, real conversations about intelligent people. You're going to admit that your man made mistakes, and you're going to talk about them because you want to correct them, and they don't do that. They will not acknowledge Donald Trump as having made any mistakes ever. We're the ones that mistaked what he said. And when you get to that mentality, there's no point in me engaging them. There's not, because I was considering trying to go one-on-one maybe a debate or something with another channel similar to mine, or at least leave comments. And I couldn't get out of there fast enough. It's just a bunch of angry nonsense. But anyway, back to Justin Amash. I hope I said it right. I'm gonna leave the two links down below. I think one is called, from the show Now This. The other one is from a page, VoteSmart, with the courage test, something I hadn't heard of before. And you guys could check it out. I more than anything, I wanted to hear what you guys thought. I want to know if it was something I would talk more about on this show, if it was or this channel, if it was a viable situation. I don't think it is. I think Amash will lead to Trump getting more votes, unfortunately. And I don't trust him quite yet, Amash. I don't. I'm not sure about him. I wouldn't vote for him. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I truly appreciate them. All of them. Negative, positive, the insulting ones. I appreciate them all. Thank you. All right. Have a good Friday.